Hi everybody, this is Makeda Francisco live here in the Lou, and I love J Ross TV.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This your boy J Ross hanging out in the green room of peace, man. We getting it in, man. She just finished up putting it down at HollyLou Entertainment, man, in tribute to Teena Marie. And man, I got to tell you, man, you know, for y'all who don't know, she toured with Teena Marie, you know, for years and years. So she got it kind of down packed, you know. But wanted to talk to her about some of the things coming up that she went through. First, we want to start off with her, talking about, you know, with that beautiful voice. You know, when did you first recognize that you had the ability or the gift to move people?
It's so funny. I was 4. Literally, I was 4. I saw Diana Ross performing. And I jumped on the coffee table. And I literally took my grandmother's wig, put it on my head. I took her robe, and I mocked everything I had just saw Diana Ross do. And I knew Diana Ross is the activator of my career. And then I saw Natalie Cole. I think maybe about 8-9 years later, and I just knew it was Diana Ross, Natalie Cole. But then I heard, no, it wasn't, I was 8 or 9. No, I wasn't even that old. I apologize, because I heard Teena at 8. I remember it was 1979, and I told my auntie, that's gonna be my friend, because a lot of people don't know my name is actually Tiffany Makeda, and I used to call myself Lady T because of Teena when I was little. And I said, she's gonna be my friend, auntie, because I would sneak to my aunt's house, because that was where I could boogie. My mom and my grandmother were strong Baptist chicks, Southern Baptist. So I could not listen to anybody at my mom's house, but I had everybody got that cool auntie that let you listen to everything. And she introduced me to Phyllis Hyman. She introduced me to Shaka. She introduced me to Teena Marie. And those women literally cultivated my sound. I was such a even though I could hit T's notes, a lot of people didn't know that was always me. That's a wonderful story that I have to share with all my girls, is that I used to double her. When we're on tour, your body gets really frail, your voice gets tired, and whenever she was in that weak state, she'd be like, I don't want nobody to sing with me, for me, but Makeda. And I would double her voice and hit her notes with her and for her. I literally learned her warble. I didn't even know it was a technique. I didn't know it was a vocal technique that's a technique, and it's called a warble. Stevie Wonder told me that. Then I didn't know.
Right.
So yeah, it was a blessing that these are the women that, when you hear the sounds of my voice, those tones, those rich, especially my lows, Phyllis.
Yeah, but before growing into your womanhood, you know, between 4 and 8, the impressionist, you know, how was your grandmama and them? You sing in front of everybody for Christmas and holidays, and they run you out in front of everybody.
You know what's funny, Jay? I can sing with soon and very soon. I was so sick of soon and very soon. And this little light of mine, I was sick of them songs.
Yeah.
I love the Lord, Lord love me. He know he my everything. But I was like, Grandma, really? Then when I turned 12, it was the Winans. Tomorrow. I had to sing Tomorrow in pageants. I was modeling as a little girl. My grandmother wanted me to sing nothing but gospel.
Right.
Even in a pageant. I'm like, can I sing home? Diana Ross sang home. No.
Yeah, but okay, say now you growing up.
Yes.
You know, you in the mirror, you feeling pretty good about yourself. Got everybody hollering and screaming your name.
Yes, sir.
Now, in your mind, when did you face down that fear of being who you are, and you know, and just projecting yourself to the audience?
Honestly, it was immediately. I knew, and I had no fear of a stage. I had no fear of standing in front of people.
So you didn't care what people thought? It was just you.
I mean, I was super duper confident as a child. The insecurities didn't come in.
Now, where did that come from, though? Is it from the Baptist folks in your life?
It was really my mom and not my mother. I'm sorry, I love you, mommy. My baby. But it was really my godmother. My godmother was very instrumental. My mom and my grandmother, like I said, they were die-hard Southern Baptists. So they were like, they don't want me singing this music. And, you know, I really have a Tina Turner story when it came down to that. But it was like, I was jazzing up this little light of mine, and I was jazzing up soon and very soon. I'm doing too much, you know what I mean? I was that kid. But I just couldn't stop. It was in me. It was organic. It wasn't something I conjured up, you feel me? It really was an organic thing. And that lack of fear, I never had stage fright. Never once. It's really weird. I never once had.
So what about going through your audition and stuff to get in the band with Teena?
Let me tell you how I got the job with Teena. Let me tell you how fly the Most High is. I was singing at a club, Cafe Cordial, not too far from the Jacksons in Encino, California. And a sister named Angela brought Rick's baby sister, Penny, to come see me. She was like, you gotta hear this girl. She's doing Teena's songs. And da-da-da-da-da. So it was really crazy, right? So Penny comes in and she sees me. She's like, oh my God, I love you. And I was like, well, I love you too. You know what I mean? It was we just instantly were there. And she said, I'm gonna keep in touch with you. I said, okay, cool. So this was a Thursday night, ladies' night. We're doing jazz at Cafe Cordial. Sunday, I get a phone call. And Curtis, you can attest to this, if you remember. I get a call, and Penny's like, I need you on a plane like tomorrow. And I was like, huh? She said, no, like seriously. Teena's background singer can't make it. She's stuck somewhere else with another gig that she was on. We need you to fly to Florida. I mean, I need to put you on a plane first thing tomorrow morning, and I need you in Fort Lauderdale. And so I was like, okay, I'll go, right? And she's like, no, you gotta come knowing it. I was like, I know everything Teena's ever did. I know it. She said, no, you gotta know. She was like, Teena is like me and you. Saman. So me and Saman are perfectionists. And I was like, I'm coming. And so she said, okay. So she got my information, flew me to Fort Lauderdale. Long story short, Teena was like, okay, this is your fee. She said, if you pull this off, I'm gonna pay you double tonight. Cause I didn't have a rehearsal. I didn't know anybody in the band. I knew nothing. She said, if you pull this off, I'm gonna pay you double. Teena gave me a bouquet of flowers with 14 $100 bills rolled up inside of a bouquet of white roses because I knew every song.
Nice.
I hadn't sang with anybody in that band ever. And what's so cool is I'm still close with everybody, including your sister-in-law.
Yes, sir.
Jeanette is my heart. I told Teena about Jeanette. I was like, you want to flag her? Because Teena always called me her dime piece, right? She was like, Makeda's my dime piece. She called me that tall chocolate, whatever. Thought I was beautiful, and I love her for that, my sister. But I said, I got a sister that plays the sax. That is as gorgeous and as beautiful as you think I am. And sure enough, she called Jeanette, and Jeanette came in right. I left in the end of 09 because I was pregnant with my daughter. So I had my daughter that July, and talked to Teena on Christmas Day. We were supposed to leave for London that January. 5 hours after we talked, Teena was gone. She said, are you ready to go back to work? I was like, yeah. She said, bring the baby to me tomorrow, which would have been the 26th. She transitioned on the 26th by 4 a.m. She was gone.
Man, praise God.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But
she never got to meet my daughter.
We're going to turn in another direction.
Yeah.
Because, like, on your first gig, your first big gig, when you walk out into the stadium, you're on stage, you got throngs and thousands of people just cheering. What's going through you?
I walk in the room like God sent me there.
You own it.
I'm not afraid of anything. I'm not afraid of anybody.
Not fear, but
not even nervousness, but I don't get it.
The joy.
Yeah, it's not even that for me.
Yeah.
Honestly, I really have a strange way. My paradigm is God created me for this moment. This is what I do. I'm created for this. So there's no failure because I didn't give this to me. Because I know I'm not the author of it, I know who the finisher of it is. So if it's for me, under him who's able to keep me from falling,
yes, sir.
I've never failed. I've never lost a job. I've never been fired in 33 years of touring. Never been fired. I've always walked away. When my season is up, I'm honest with the artists that I'm with. I have my own entertainment company. I tell everybody you gotta call Tiffany to get Makeda. Tiffany runs the company, 12 Tribes Musical Empire. Makeda is the artist.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
But I'm that same chick.
Yeah. So, like now, what advice you got for the cats coming up under you? You know, the young ladies that's out there blowing, and they're, you know, what kind of pitfalls can you wave them away from, and, you know, put them in a path to succeed?
I can honestly say the devil will always tell you, I'll give you this if you bow down and serve me. But you got to remember, even the devil has an owner, and the owner of him is your father.
Right.
So he can't give you nothing that your father already owns because you are an inheritor of that. So nobody can ever make me bargain my soul for anything that already belongs to me. If it's not for me, the Most High is going to take it from me, and I'm cool with that. He gives and he takes. You know what I mean? So I'm fine for what belongs to me, and I'm fine for what don't belong to me. That's people in my life. That's everything. There's a time and a season for everything under the sun. So if it's for you to do these clubs that we've done, that we did tonight, if it's for us to do, this is nurturing, this is fortifying everything that we're going to do when we get to those big stages. If it wasn't for spots like this, amazing people that will tell you, no, you off, honey. I don't know what that was. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for the real ones that we have in our lives, we won't know that we need to cultivate. I don't care how good somebody is. We can all grow. We can all learn. We can all do a little bit better.
Okay.
So I promised my grandmother I would remain teachable. And I would remember that God is everything. I only have what I have because he gave it. And that's that little Southern Baptist girl coming out.
All right, y'all, this is the girl Makeda putting it in, work in St. Louis. This your boy J. Ross. We're going to let her bounce. I know she's tired. We in her hanging out. I got some man behind my back. I think she got a knife or something. telling me to keep telling me to keep it moving. But hey, so we're going to let her bounce, y'all. We 10 million strong and we gone. Peace.
Thank you. St. Lou, you have been amazing. I love you and I promise I'm coming back.